Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into Charles Dickens' masterpiece, A Tale of Two Cities, to uncover some game-changing leadership lessons. If you're a leader, or aim to be one, you can't miss this. Hit that like button, and let's go. The period. The opening line. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, is a timeless gem. This line speaks volumes about the ups and downs every leader will go through. As a leader, you need to understand that there will be good days and bad days. The key to effective leadership is not getting too caught up in either, but rather maintaining a balanced perspective. Real leadership is about navigating through both extremes, steering your team in the right direction no matter what comes your way. The mail. Mr. Lorry receives a mysterious message. Wait at Dover for Mamselle. It turns out to be about Dr. Manette, who's been in prison for 18 years and is now getting his life back. The theme here is one of second chances and renewal. As a leader, you'll encounter team members who might have failed or stumbled in the past. It's crucial to know when to give someone a second chance. People can grow and change, and sometimes they only need someone to believe in them to do their best work, so don't be quick to write someone off. Invest in their growth and you'll often see a great return on that investment. The Night's Shadows. This chapter introduces us to some of the main characters and their hidden or dual natures. For example, Lucy sees her father as a shadow at first, a man she can't quite understand or recognize. Similarly, everyone on your team will have visible skills and talents, but they'll also have hidden potentials and vulnerabilities. As a leader, your job is to bring out the best in them while offering support in their weaker areas. You've got to understand the full picture of who each person is, which means you need to listen, observe, and most importantly, care. A disappointment. Mr. Lorry and Lucy find Dr. Manette in a disheveled state, obsessed with making shoes, a skill he learned to pass time in prison. Mr. Lorry had hoped to find him more mentally stable. As a leader, not all of your plans will go as expected. Projects might fail, and team members might underperform. The key is to remain resilient. Adapt your strategies and keep moving forward. If you can demonstrate resilience, it'll inspire your team to do the same. 5 years later, life has moved on, but people still hold on to past dreams. Leaders keep the vision alive. Hundreds of people. This chapter shows how small actions can have big impacts. The butterfly effect is real in leadership. The Honest Tradesman. Jerry Cruncher shows us that everyone has more than one side. A leader understands and values the multiple talents within their team. Fire rises. It was scarcely the document restrained me. I had seized him. Leaders must sometimes take bold, unpopular actions for the greater good. Calm in storm. Even in chaos, Sidney Carton remains cool. Leaders stay calm under pressure. Triumph. Despite setbacks, characters find personal victories. Leaders find and celebrate the small wins. The knitting done. Madame Defarge's knitting list is complete, but at great cost. Leaders weigh the price of their actions. The footsteps die out. Forever. Carton's sacrifice is the ultimate act of leadership, putting others before oneself. It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. Accountability lessons. Ownership of actions. Let's think about Dr. Manette. After many years in prison, he could have easily played the victim for the rest of his life. But he takes ownership of his newfound freedom and becomes a positive influence in his daughter Lucy's life. That's a lesson in taking control of your circumstances rather than letting them control you. For leaders, this means owning your decisions, good or bad. When something goes wrong, don't pass the buck. Step up, own it, and find a way to fix it. Team responsibility. When Darnay confesses his real identity to Dr. Manette, he holds himself accountable to his future father-in-law and Lucy. Similarly, you should cultivate an environment where everyone in your team feels responsible, not just for their tasks, but also for the success of the entire team. No one person is an island. We all need each other to succeed. Make sure everyone knows their role and how it contributes to the bigger picture. That's how you build a culture of accountability. Long-term vision and consequences. Sidney Carton knows his life is a bit of a mess, but he also understands the long-term impact of his actions. His ultimate sacrifice isn't just a spur-of-the-moment decision, it's a carefully thought-out plan. In your role, always consider the long-term consequences of your actions. It might be tempting to go for a quick win, but will it benefit you or your team in the long run? Having a long-term vision will help you make decisions that you can be accountable for down the line. Leadership takeaways. Adaptability. The world changes, adapt or be left behind. Empathy. Understand the stories of those you lead. Sacrifice. Sometimes leadership means putting others first for the greater good. All right, that wraps up our deep dive into A Tale of Two Cities. If you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay accountable, be an awesome leader.